Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining our iStaging talk today. My name is Stefan, and I'm here today with my colleague Andrea, who's available to you via the chat. She's sending out some helpful information today, and you can ask her any questions. Don't worry if you don't get an answer immediately. We'll cover all of your questions towards the end of the talk, but sometimes she can answer instantly. We just want to make sure that all of you, can benefit from those questions and answers. Let us know if let Andrew know if you can hear me okay. If not, then we can see what we can do. I hope that's all fine. Today's talk is how to bring a store to VR Live. Today is actually our 10th iStaging talk, which is a bit of a milestone. Today we're going to talk about retail, and that's actually the exact same topic that we talked about in the very first iStaging talk. So we're going to talk about retail and how you can turn your store into a virtual reality store, and how you can use VR in retail, to combine the offline experience with the online experience, and to maybe drive more traffic, foot traffic to your physical location. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you an example. I'm going to walk you through that experience of what it could potentially be, and I'm sure that you guys will have tons of other ideas, and you can be really creative with it. And then towards the end, I'm going to show you really quickly inside the VR editor, our web-based platform, where you can add all that information, how you can simply build your tour. So if you already have an iStaging subscription, fantastic. If you're creating tours, that's awesome. Maybe you'll learn today a little bit about the usage of tags and informational tags and videos and stuff like that within a tour. If you don't have an iStaging account yet, hopefully today's talk will drive you to actually get one and get started with it. Okay, so let's just dive right in. I'm just going to share my screen. Now, give me a minute, and then we'll be good to go. So if I'm going too fast sometimes, because I'm going to show a tour, just let us know, and then I can go back, or maybe go a little bit slower. All right, I think you can all see my screen right now, and here you go. All right, very good. So today we're going to look at a retail store in Singapore from Charles and Keith. And Charles and Keith is actually a fast fashion retailer. So this is actually in Singapore, in a department stores, as you can see here. And what we're trying to create is a similar experience as to actually physically walking through a store. Like tons and tons of people are buying stuff online, but it's never really the same as that physical in-store experience. But you can actually create it, and that in-store experience actually helps to engage customers, right, and connect customers to your brand. So that's what you want. Now, I basically want to virtually walk through this store as I'm physically walking, and the first thing that you'll notice here is these little footsteps. Now, this is actually a hotspot, so that enables me to transport from point A to point B. And the default hotspot that you can use is a circle, but I think this is great. You can immediately see that it's a custom icon, so you can customize these little hotspots and icons to make it look like whatever you want. And in this case, these footsteps immediately indicate that I'm moving forward, that I'm walking through that area. So let's do that, and we end up in at the entrance. Okay, and then on the left side here, there are immediately two informational tags that you can see. Now, the first one here is a simple memo, a pop-up window that actually tells you when the opening times of the store are. And remember, in VR, inside a virtual tour, inside a VR retail store, there are no opening times, or the opening times are 24/7, right? So you can 24/7, whenever you are interested, you can enter the store, even if the store is actually closed. And the second informational tag here is www, indicating that you can actually link to the Charles and Keith website by clicking Learn More, and finding any information that might be any additional information that might be important that you didn't actually put inside the virtual tour. Okay, so that's the entrance, and now I basically start my in-store experience by walking through the store. All right. Now, always make sure that you can go from point, that you see where you're going, right? Not that I start in point A and then if I click on a different hotspot that I end up in a completely different point inside the store. That's a weird experience. Okay, so we're here now, and on the left side, you will see two different little icons. Now, when I'm walking through the store, I'm getting interested, right? I see products that I might be interested in that I want to take a look at, and if those might be on the other side of the store here, I want to take a closer look. Okay, so if I click on this icon right here, it will take me to, it will show me a 2D photo or a close-up photo of that product, right? To give me an idea and similar to the in-store experience. And you can actually add a name if you can see at the bottom, all right? Secondly, there's this little magnifying glass, which actually in this case indicates that it moved me closer to that area of the store, and I can check out products in more detail. So let's take a look and let's do that. All right, and now we see some cool stuff that's going on right here. We see different tags here, 4 different tags at the very top. Okay, now number 1 would be a sale icon. There's a pop-up window that shows me a 2D photo. It shows me the price. It shows me a buy now button that links to the e-commerce website or the website that allows me to buy that product, and any description right here that might be important, gives me more information about the product. Sometimes it actually, a virtual tour experience, a VR experience, allows you to provide more information sometimes even than when you're walking inside the real store. Okay. Now the number 2 here in this case, another tag, but in this case it would just be a description. There's no photo included. That is ultimately up to up to the owner of the store, what type of information that you would want to display. Number 3 here, sold. There's an out of stock icon again with the price. And you can hear even there's information say, hey, I'm interested in this product. You can actually pick up the phone and call and say, hey, when can I come out and come and check it out, or when we'll be back in stock. And the last thing here is probably the coolest option, which is the 360-degree vision of the product, because that's something that you guys will say, especially when you talk about shoes and talk about accessories and leather bags or any type of bag. You want to pick it up and take a look, all around, right? And that's something that virtually you cannot do, but you can look all around it. So if I click on this View in AR button, it will link me to a separate page, and it gives me the product here in 360. So I can look in 360 and look at all the details of this product. So the only thing that I cannot do in VR yet is actually touch it. But besides that, all the information and even more information is possible to display. All right. So very cool, awesome experience, and you can do that for every single product or just a couple of products. A couple of sort of flagship products that you find important that you want people to see, right? So really cool. All right, now let's move on. Let's continue our walk through the store. Here if we move here, if we go on the left side, you see a play button, and that will be a video that is embedded within the tour in this case. Okay, this could be any type of video. You saw it here. It's actually like a display screen that you see. That usually will show some sort of video, and in VR you can do the exact same thing. It can also be in this case it would be a promotional video, but it could be any type of visuals. And the good news is that it's inside the tour, so you're not your viewers, your buyers are not leaving your store. They're not going to a different page or not going to YouTube and then getting distracted by the tons of other videos there. It's inside the tour. So it keeps your viewers inside your store, which is what you ultimately want. And then on the left side here, we have another little tag, and that again shows me a photo, right? I want to look inside, inside the bag, for example. In this case, it's the bag. Again, different informational tags, visual tags, depending on what kind of products you are displaying. All right, let's continue our walk. Okay, Now here on the right side, again, we would have a little tag that shows me the 2D, a 2D photo of the product, the name, the price, a link to whatever website you want them to end up with, which is either your own company website or an e-commerce website where they can actually make sure to buy the product and any descriptive information there. And again, yes, you can talk to an in-store representative, but sometimes, online you can provide more information. There's so many people nowadays that spend so much time online that just want more information online, right? So they want to, not just visual, they want to have everything available to them. And in VR, you create that you can engage them much more than just flipping through products on a website. Why are you trying to create that experience, not just by having a good salesperson in the store, but just the look of the store in general, the furniture that you use, the colors that you use, it's all to create that connection, ultimately make people feel comfortable with your brand and push them or motivate them to buy. So you want to replicate or try to replicate that online as well, so that ultimately they can connect with your brand in a much better way. Now, what you've noticed now is that every single time I only saw one sort of hotspot, one footstep that allows me to move from one to. So also in VR, you can guide them through your store in the way that you want them to go, right? So I think IKEA is the perfect example of this. You cannot just go to IKEA and say, I want to go to this product, I want to go to that aisle or whatever, go to that location inside IKEA and come and walk back out. They guide you, you have to walk through the entire store, right, to actually get to the product that you might want to buy. And it works, right? It might sometimes be annoying, sometimes you actually enjoy it. It works. Tons and tons of people go into IKEA thinking, I want to buy this product, and come out with tons of other things that they didn't even think of buying. You can create that same experience in VR, right? You can decide, I want my viewers to go this route inside the store. I want them to end up here. I definitely want them to see this section. I definitely want to see them this area, this space inside my store. So this is important. Again, create that. Make sure that you create that experience. And then, we're almost towards the end here, where there's an exit button that allows you to exit the store, or a little thank you button. And now you're thinking, what if people have questions? And what if they want to talk to an in-store representative? How do you do that online? How do I create that experience? Well, you actually can. So in this case, I actually added a small memo. If you have any questions, please click on the charging feature at the top of this tour to speak to a store representative. All right. So what does that mean here? If I click on this at the top, all right, what that does is it opens the same tour, but then in a touring link. And touring is one of the features inside the software that allows someone to call a salesperson or a representative from within the tour. Now I think, here we go, all right. So what this requires me to do as a potential buyer or an interested party, I enter my name and my phone number, and I click Start Touring. Now once I do that, the phone of the person inside the store will start ringing. You will connect at the same time, looking at the same virtual tour, and the store representative can either guide you through the store and answer questions at the same time, which is so much more immersive. Again, it's not just picking up the phone and doing a regular call. It's actually guiding someone through the store and answering questions, and they'll know, once the salesperson actually answers the phone, they know who is actually calling. They know that they've actually looked at the store. So you already have much more information than someone that just randomly calls the store, even if they even do that. So great opportunity here to use, to create more leads, let's say, and to ultimately increase foot traffic to your store. Okay, now what I want to do quickly, this is ultimately the exit, right? I leave the store, and you can see actually a very, very similar experience as to the, and very, right? It feels much better walking through this space. I'm much happier, looking through this virtual tour than just going on a website and browsing products. And it just, yeah, it connects me to the brand, which is ultimately what any brand would want. Okay. Now I want to just go quickly into our VR editor and show you really quickly where you can add all of this information. So here, the Charles & Keith store in Singapore, all right? I just want to go to marker editor here at the top, and here on the left side you have all of that information. So you have a hotspot, right, that you can add, which allows you to move from point A to point B, and you have all the informational and visual tags, the tags, the image, the memo, the video, right? So if I click on the tag here, what you will see is that a tag will appear in the middle of your virtual tour. You can click on this plus icon to change, to customize that icon, and then add all the information here to add that tag, all right, for a specific product. Again, here it depends on what kind of information, if you want to add a memo or a video or just an image, what kind of tag you would use, okay? Now, then what I want to go is show you how to create that touring connection, that touring link that I showed you at the very end. Yes? What you want to do is go to touring, the very last tab, and click on copy touring link, because your touring link and your standard virtual tour link are two separate links at the moment. And then we're going to go back to basic information, scroll down a little bit, and copy that link, the touring link, into this section here, the website link. All right? So you copy the touring link and simply click save, and then ultimately it is possible for people to click on this link here at the top of your tour, top of your virtual tour, to create that experience. So pretty simple, pretty easy to do. Again, it takes you maybe 20 minutes to capture. Don't forget that you can actually embed this inside your website, so you can embed every single tour inside your website, which is, I guess, even better than just having a separate link. Capturing maybe 20 minutes, and then editing, depending on how much information you want to add, another 20 to 25 or 30. But definitely within an hour, you can have a fantastic virtual experience that can definitely help you out. So I see that I've been talking for almost 20 minutes now, so this is sort of the time for questions, if you have any. Let's see if there's anything there. Now is the time to actually answer, to ask any questions. I hope that this information was useful. This is just a different way of using virtual tours. A lot of people out there sometimes are creating virtual tours, but they're not really realizing the power it can actually give you as a salesperson or as a brand. How much value it can actually add onto the online experience. And I hope that today, in showcasing all those different informational tags and visual tags, gave you some good insight. And ultimately, think of it as everything that you do in a physical store, you want to do that online as well, right? Think about that. Where do you want people to go? How do you want the store to look? What kind of information are you willing to provide? There's that's all very, very important. Roger, I noticed there is this AR feature where product can be increasingly rotating. Is it a near feature scan kit? Yes. All right. So this is actually a scan kit. Now it can be scan kit, or it could be a simple 3D model. So if you have a 3D model of a product, you can upload that inside a tour. Scan kit, basically what that means is you are basically scanning a product, or you're taking photos from different sides, or you're basically taking a short video of the product rotating. Now you can then send that onto, you can send that to iStaging, and we'll turn that into a URL link that you can then embed inside your virtual tour. If you have 3D models of your, in this case, it was only a 360-degree view, right, Roger? Now, if you actually have a 3D model, right, it would be sort of a 720. You can look all the way around. Now that, I can imagine that in case of a a bag or something like that, it would be much more valuable than having a bottle of shampoo. Like, do I really need to see, the back of a bottle of shampoo? Sometimes some people would say yes, other people would say, well, maybe not that necessary. So it depends on the types of products that you're displaying. But yeah, so either you can do it yourself if you have the 3D models. If you say, okay, I want to send iStaging all the video files, for example, I'll take the short videos, and you want us to turn that into a 360-degree URL link. We can do that for you. I hope that sort of answers your question. Is there anything else that you guys want to know? Oh, all right. Yeah, perfect. Yes, absolutely. We can do that. We can do that for you. Obviously, the only thing, is that you would need to capture those products yourself, right? And then, the files we can put into a URL link. Yeah, and just you can also do it by yourself using third party websites there, to provide that service. But it's important for you guys to know that this stuff is possible, right? Even if you have it, you can use it inside your tool, and that adds so much more value, especially in retail. So, will you all come up with this service as a new feature for us? I mean, it's a service that we can provide now. Obviously, if we're talking about different countries, different territories, then we're going to have to work together a little bit. You guys for the capturing of the products, and then us for turning it into a URL that you can then embed in every single tool. So yes, Roger, we can definitely do that. All right. I think I just remembered that I still wanted to say something, but I think this is about it. Don't worry if you want to rewatch what we talked about today. We'll upload this talk on YouTube. You'll receive the link via email as well. Again, I want to thank you all very, very much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. We hope you think it was valuable. That you learned some new stuff. That it gave you some new ideas, some creative ideas. So you guys have known that we did a live tour competition just recently, and we've seen some great virtual tours, some great quality tours, but also some great use of tags, and this is another way of using them. So just think about it, and let your creativity come out and create some really, really awesome tools. If there are no further questions, then I want to wish you a great end of this week today. And then we'll talk. We'll see you guys at the next iStaging talk in a couple of weeks' time. Thanks a lot. Have a great day, and see you soon. Bye bye.